Hey everyone, I want to make a quick video here. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of how to do a trade. Okay, first of all, as you can see on my screen, I've got my level 2. I have a chart and I have my trading monitor here and I have my position summary here. You would need to have the trading monitor and the position summary to do this, right? Let me just resize this for a moment so I can stretch this out a little more, like so. Okay. Now, first things first, to place an order, you have your window here that you can place orders through. The mine has already been set up to default to market order, day order. It has my account default, my destination default. All of those things can be set up in the main window. When you go to your defaults, you view your settings, you can actually set defaults for everything. So that's where that came from. Now, let's just do a quick entry. I'm going to buy 100 shares. Let's just say I'm going to buy 20 shares at PayPal or 10 shares. Okay, I'm going to buy 10 shares at market. So now, as you can see, I've got 10 shares of PayPal that I bought at market for the average position price of $75.45, right? All the things you're seeing on this monitor, the summary, etc., I've chosen what columns to show me. So those are in the settings again. So for each of these windows, they have a settings. And you just have to set up what you want to see. So these are the ones I have. So now I can see where I'm at in my position. And I also look up here and it shows here that I have a fill trade to buy, but I also have a trailing stop. The reason why I have a trailing stop is because I've chosen to have trailing stops automatically added each time I place a trade. Now, you may not do that. You may have your default set otherwise. That's up to you. But now I have my position here, 10 shares, that was filled. This is the actual open position. This is the history of the order that was executed at market. And then up here is showing where my trailing stop is. Now, if my trailing stop gets hit, then of course I'll be exited. Presently, my trailing stop is at 74.45 because I have it set to automatically have the stop loss $1 below where the market was. So since I entered at 75.45, the stop loss is at 74.45. I'll go over the trailing stop in just a second, but if I want to exit this trade, there are two ways I can do it. Firstly, it shows me that I'm long 10 down here at the bottom of my level 2. So it shows long 10. And I look up here above and I have buttons I can press. Now, since I'm long 10, if I hit sell at market, that's going to get me out of 10 shares, which is right here. The software automatically adjusts this number here based on the total number of shares that you currently have in the market. So it knows how many you've got. And it's going to automatically adjust this number. However, I can always manually enter the number of shares and I can hit sell. And if I were to do that right now, which I am, that's getting me out of my trade, right? Now, notice that this actually added some stop losses as well, right? The reason why it added a stop loss when I hit sell was because I've told my platform to automatically add a trailing stop every time I do an execution. So that means that even though I'm exiting a trade, it's still adding a stop. So that's not necessarily the best way I want to do that. So let's re-enter a trade. Now I'm back in. Okay, I've got a new position on, right, of 100 shares this time around. And I'm in at 75.40. Now, if I want to exit this trade without having to deal with any of the other complexities of trailing stops being potentially added or things like that, all I got to do is right click here, go to cover, and I can go to position. Now, if I click this, it's going to bring up an order window that's going to give me a listing of anything I want. So I can choose how many shares, I can change the execution preference. I could do a number if I want. So I can enter typing in 75.20. I could do that if I want to, or obviously I wouldn't want to do that. Maybe 75.70. I could do a limit order if I want, or I can do a market order, which is my default. I can put it to the bid. I can do the ask. whatever I want and I send the order and it will get executed. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click out of this here. That's the slower way of getting out. If I want to get out quick, I just right click here, cover, and I cover selected at market. Now, here's the thing. Once I hit yes, this is going to sell my position at market. And there it is. It's gone, right? In order for that to work, I have to have my defaults set up to send to the destination of NASDAQ. Again, that's in your main window. You'll have to actually set that up. If you haven't set it up, the only way you're going to be able to exit is you right click, bring up the order ticket. So let's do that one more time. So I'm going to get into a trade, buy. Now I'm in. Sorry, let me cancel these for now. These trailing stops. Then I'm going to right click, cover, position. Now that I've done that, it's going to bring up this order ticket. Mine is defaulted to market order, day order, etc. Why? Because I have already preset this on my trading platform to default to these. If I haven't, I'm going to have to choose them manually. But whatever the case may be, I already have this order set up correctly, so I'm just going to hit send. And now I exit it because it was a market order. Okay? So in another video, I'll explain how to change your settings. Thanks.